What's up, y'all? Exodus 1, aka Indigo Sky, aka y'all already know who it is, man. Trigger Ranking, the Trigger Man himself. Want y'all to like, subscribe, share. Definitely hit the notification bell. Um, y'all want to support the channel, Cash App is in the description of this video. If you'd like to follow me on any other platforms, all of my platforms at the top of the description of my YouTube channel. With that being said, let's get this show on the grizzled.
You are watching a master at work.
Alright, y'all. So y'all notice we got a little new theme song that we be playing. So play the little theme song, let y'all come in here or whatever. So need a million ones. Alright, y'all. So first video we want to do is like all hell done broke loose with Micah Parsons and Skip Bayless. So we're gonna start this thing off. It's kind of rough. It's gonna get rough. So you gotta watch it. It's a lot of what's up? How you doing? So this is it. We listening to self-talk video. Shit done hit the fan, y'all.
This is Skip Unleashed, and I am about to unleash on Micah Parsons, who just unleashed on me on the Open Thoughts podcast featuring Funny Marco. This is what Micah Parsons said about me. He said, and I quote, "Fuck Skip Bayless."
Hold on, one more time. One more time. Yo, one more time.
On the Open Thoughts podcast featuring Funny Marco, this is what Micah Parsons said about me. He said, and I quote, "Fuck Skip Bayless." And I quote, Micah said about me that I'm a Twitter finger ass motherfucker, afraid to say to Micah's face what I say to him on shows, on videos, on X or Twitter. Micah Parsons, I challenge you to meet me face to face on whatever venue you choose. We can do home and home. You can do my new show, Arena Gridiron, and I'll do your podcast.
Yeah, I tried to set it up to make it look like a little star system, and then it kind of looked like the top of a Rolls Royce too.
Arena Gridiron exploded through the NFL season, and we will continue to do it at least once a week through the off season. So you would be more than welcome to come on.
Hey man, all y'all hit the like button, y'all hit the cash out. Hit the
Arena
like button, hit the cash.
With me, with Aqib Talib. Or I'll come on your podcast. I'll fly to meet you face to face, just as I recently did with Draymond Green. You should check out that Draymond Green show that I did just a week ago here in Los Angeles. We went 2.5 hours, Micah, Draymond and I, face to face in front of a live studio audience. 2.5 hours of back and forth about all of our differences, all the shots that Draymond has taken at me and all the shots I had taken at Draymond. We hashed it out. We confronted face to face, eye to eye, man to man. Check it out. And I now challenge you to do exactly the same. You call it. Let's do home and home. Your podcast, my podcast. We can do the Skip Bayless show one-on-one as a podcast. I don't care, because I'm going to say right to your face, this Twitter ass motherfucker, Twitter finger ass.
Well, Skip is mad. I ain't never seen him this bad with Shannon Shaw. Hold on. Watch this shit.
Bayless show one-on-one as a podcast. I don't care, because I'm going to say right to your face, this Twitter ass motherfucker, Twitter finger ass motherfucker. I'll say right to your face what I've always said about you, Micah Parsons. I'll tell you exactly what I've always said about you, face to face, eye to eye, man to man, Micah Parsons. You and I, let's do it. Let's go. And I will remind you to your face, eye to eye, man to man, that for my Dallas Cowboys, in 4 playoff games, you had 1 sack. And it came late in a game you were actually winning. You lost the other 3, but you were actually winning one of those 4 playoff games at Tampa against the 8-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, featuring 45-year-old Tom Brady playing his very last NFL game. You were ahead 31-14 late in that game, very late in that game with under a minute left, and you managed to register 1 sack, your lone sack as a Dallas Cowboy in 4 playoff games. You actually sacked 45-year-old Tom Brady. Way to go, Micah. I loved it. And your final playoff game as a Dallas Cowboy came at home as the 2 seed against the 7-seeded Packers you now play for. And in that game, you were favored to win by 7 points. And Micah, you no-showed. You completely no-showed. You registered across the board 0 stats. You were down 27-0 in the first half. You lost 48-22, and you had no stats in that game because you showed. And I stood and applauded Jerry Jones for trading your ass. Because, as I continue to say over your last 2 years, you became a liability against the run. And in your final season as a Dallas Cowboy,
Yeah, they talking about Micah Parsons and Skip Bayless. They got Skip Bayless cussing like a.
wait,
Skip Bayless said, "Twitter finger motherfucker." Hey, bro, you can't
you
make this
missed
shit
the
up.
playoffs. There were a couple early games at home, New Orleans at home.
Hey, do you really like the Cowboys though? Do you really like the Cowboys? Or you just joking?
Baltimore at home and the 2 Eagles games, home and away. Your team got run off the field. Your team was the worst run defense in all of football because you were a liability against the run. And as soon as Jerry Jones traded you, he did a press conference in which he
I ain't gonna lie, I remember back in the day, y'all won two back-to-back. I remember that. I don't know, it was in the 90s, but y'all had Emmitt Smith. What's up, Algeria in the house? What's up?
openly, publicly acknowledged,
Yeah, I remember back in the day.
volunteered that you were a liability against the run. He said what I had been saying for 2 years, that a major reason that you were traded to Green Bay was you were a liability.
Yeah, that was a
against
long
the
time
run.
ago. Oh, what's up,
You
bro?
never became the leader that he wanted you to become. And the great irony was the last session that you had, Micah, with
Wait a minute! Who are you?
You said that's the only reason why, because of them 2 years? Damn.
Jerry Jones took place in his office.
Y'all be making it damn near to the end, but y'all always fuck up at the end, bro. Like, it's the same thing with my team that I like the best. I like that, well, I ain't gonna say I like that. I still like them, the Ravens. The Ravens, they always get damn near to the end, and bro, it's just, like this year right here, bro, they lost by a fucking, a kick, bro. Like, that shit was just like, come on, bro. Like,
Office in the offseason before you were traded, in which he did want to talk to you about your lack of leadership.
With the price of gold continuing to soar, a lot of people are considering selling any gold they may have around the house.
yeah, nah, I ain't selling my motherfucking gold.
You're just not a leader, Mike. I'll say this to your face. I'll say it right now to you via video. Not a natural born leader. A lot of talent, no leadership talent, no intangibles. And in that last session in Jerry's office, despite the fact that you're not a leader, he did plunge. He went ahead and offered you guaranteed money beyond what you got in Green Bay, but he doesn't like to deal with your agent, Micah, and you didn't do business as Jerry calls it.
Hey, bro, that's a funny comment. He said, yeah, we beat the last year's Super Bowl champions, the year before that Super Bowl champions, to lose to the Detroit Lions.
Wait a minute!
Who are you? Like, what the fuck happened to y'all team? Nigga? Like, bro said, turn around to lose to the Lions. That shit was funny, bro. That was a funny comment. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That was fucking funny.
Rahman Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Rahman Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in, Ihdinas siratal mustaqim, siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim, While me tubilehim walang holy. Amen. This one.
The way he has always done it in the oil fields. He's a handshake guy. He's an eye-to-eye, man-to-man
Yeah.
handshake guy.
Yeah,
As Jerry Jones, that's how he does business.
Kevin Gates.
He offered you more than you wound up getting, but you had to just reach across the table and shake his hand. No, instead of shaking his hand, you said, no, I got to talk to my agent. I got to make sure you blew it, Micah. And to this day, you still regret that you blew it. You still regret that you're not any longer a Dallas Cowboy because you love being a Cowboy in Dallas for America's team. You love the cachet it provided you in the off seasons. And you blew it, Micah, and you regret it. And I'll never forget the back and forth that you had with the great DeMarcus Lawrence. Remember that? DeMarcus chose to leave Dallas, chose to sign with Seattle. Jerry should have kept him, not you, should have kept him. And remember what DeMarcus said when he got up to Seattle to their website reporter?
Hey, for the little couple people in here, where y'all coming from? Where y'all city, state, Providence, country, sovereign entity, where y'all coming from?
He said, Dallas is home and will forever be home, but I know for sure I'm never going to win a Super Bowl there. That's what he said as he landed and did his first interview with the Seahawks website. I know I'll never win a Super Bowl in Dallas, said DeMarcus Lawrence. And you immediately tweeted at him. You Twitter-ass motherfucker, you. You tweeted at him, this some clown shit. This is what rejection and envy look like, is what you said, tweeted at Micah, at DeMarcus Lawrence. This is what rejection and envy look like. No, really, Mike, it's what you look like. Rejection and envy is what you look like from a distance in Green Bay because you still want to be a Dallas Cowboy. You cannot let it go because it hasn't let you go. You know you blew it, and so now you're trying to blame me.
What time is
for
it in
my
New Zealand?
fault. Fuck Skip Bayless, you say. You Twitter finger ass motherfucker.
Damn, that nigga is he cutting up. He cutting up. He going crazy, yo. And Skip woke up. Skip woke up, was like, yeah, Skip said, damn. Yeah, I know you, GK. It's Friday morning, 2 a.m. Shit, it's 7 in the morning here, 6:55 right now, but it's Thursday though. Good day, mates, from Australia. That's what's up. Oh, where they from?
You did it to me. I'm the reason you're no longer in Dallas. Fuck me, said Micah Parsons. Remember what Malik Hooker said about you, Micah? He was on my friend Keyshawn Johnson's podcast. This was in June of 2024, and this is the first shot that a veteran teammate took at you. He said, my advice to Micah Parsons will be just make sure we're all right, meaning the team is all right. If the run defense is terrible, said Malik Hooker, but you're doing a podcast every week and you know the run defense is terrible, what are you really caring about? Asked Malik Hooker on air with Keyshawn Johnson
who this
about
is.
you, Micah Parsons. He asked that about you. What are you really caring about? Your podcast or your football team? Winning or not? How did DeMarcus Lawrence finally respond to you via X? What did he tweet at you? Maybe if you spent less time tweeting and more time winning, I wouldn't have left. Kaboom.
Bro, people smoke on here every day, bro. I don't know. So many people just be saying shit, bro. Like, what up, what up? I like that name, Cuz like, yeah, that's tight. Cuz like, yeah, that's fresh.
Veteran teammates taking shots at you about podcasting and tweeting.
Appreciate it.
You fired back at Malik Hooker
Screenshot that little
face to
one.
face instead of on some podcast. And you got my number, fam. He said family.
I'm talking about, hey, I'm just asking, bro, are you a Crip? I'm just asking, bro. Are you a Crip? Like, is you a Crip, my nigga? It don't matter, though. I'm just asking, though. Like, I mean, I ain't...
You my locker mate. He said to you, Malik Hooker. That was late June of 2024, but you had the guts, Malik Hooker, to break the ice on this, to say what everybody in the locker room is saying. Well, if he cared more
Cuz
about
Lightyear, man.
winning
Cuz Lightyear.
football
It's
games
Cuz.
than podcasting with
It's Cuz Lightyear a Crip. Okay, you a rapper from the UK? Alright, that's what's up. Now I can play my music, I can't play yours though. I can play some beats and shit, but I can't play yours.
tweeting, maybe we have a chance. Jerry Jones finally said, no, Micah cares more about other things than winning Super Bowls. I can't pay him by far the most guaranteed money. I think Jerry looked at that moment, that flashpoint moment in his office as heaven sent, that you didn't.
Yeah, I'm in a prison cell. It's called Earth. We trapped on Earth, bro.
Reach across the desk and shake his hand and condemn him to make a move that he knew he shouldn't have made, which is making you the highest paid defensive player in the history of the National Football League. Jerry knew that you, Micah, saved him from himself that day.
About your EBT SNAP balance at the grocery store? The Forage app helps you check your balance instantly.
You, Micah, are what rejection and envy look like. Two of your veteran teammates took shots at you, and finally Jerry said, you know what? I'm looking at body of work. I'm looking at how bad we were against the run, and I'm out. I'm going to take the draft picks. I'm going to take Kenny Clark. I'm going to move on. Onward and upward, said Jerry Jones. And what happened last season when in game, what was it, week 5, you returned back to Jerry World to play the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. Remember, Micah, what happened? The score was 40-40 in overtime, and I said the Cowboys won because everybody thought the Cowboys that night were about to get embarrassed because you were no longer a Cowboy and you were a Packer, and Jerry had committed an atrocity, a football atrocity. It was the worst trade this side of the Luka trade in Dallas. Maybe worse, a lot of people thought, than the Luka trade. How could you trade Micah Parsons? And here you came, Micah, with your Green Bay defense, and the Dallas Cowboys scored 40 on your ass.
Damn.
On your no run playing ass. 40.
Damn.
Teammates had more solo tackles than you did, Micah.
Hey, what's up?
11. You had one solo. You had a couple of assisted tackles. You had two from the quarterback, and you were given one sack that you didn't deserve. It was an overtime play in which you chased down Dak Prescott at the line of scrimmage, but I thought he got beyond the line of scrimmage. I thought he at least gained a half a yard on that play. You just chased him down from behind. You blindsided him. You ambushed him from behind. Way to go, Micah. That's your forte, is chase down sacks when the quarterback doesn't see you coming, and you pulled off, and people said, oh, you saved the game, you saved the touchdown. No, you had 2 or 3 other teammates drawing beads on Dak. He was not going to score on that play, but you did get in just beyond the line of scrimmage, and they gave you a sack for it. Then on Arena Gridiron, we went back and forth about you, and my teammate on that show, Gerald McCoy, who made a whole bunch of Pro Bowls, is one of the best defensive tackles who ever played the game. He finally concluded about you after he watched you on a Monday Night Football game lose to the Eagles at Green Bay. He concluded what I've said all along.
All right.
And
peace, man.
Gerald McCoy said this on the air on Arena Gridiron. You should check it out. Hot show. Whew. Explosive views, impressions. There's nothing like it out there. But Gerald McCoy said that you, Micah, are not a physical football player. It's what I've said from the start. That you're all speed and quickness. You're all finesse. You can out-quick offensive linemen. You can outwit them by lining up in different places where they can't quite get ready for your explosive quickness and speed. You can do that. You can trick them. But it's hard for you to overpower because you're not a physical football player.
Damn. Skip woke up. That boy woke up on demon time, goddamn. Skip woke up on demon time. All right, y'all, we're finna watch Cut to the Chase TV, my homie. Talk about Lil Papa. I did the short yesterday, but we're gonna find out what happened.
Here's a quick hack on how to unsubscribe from all of your emails at once. It's called Enroll Me, and it allows you to see all of your
Cut to the Chase TV, that's what we reacted to, y'all.
What's up, fam? This your boy, Cut to the Chase TV. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and be sure to share this video. I got some of the news for you Negroes today. Jacksonville rapper Lil Papa is dead at age 25, and the moment the news hit the internet, everybody began speculating. On one hand, you got people saying it was self-inflicted. On the opposite hand, you got people saying it was accidental due to drug use. And now you even got some people saying it was a sacrifice. Because let's be clear, Lil Papa was signed to Yo Gotti. And you got some people saying Yo Gotti sacrificed this guy. A lot of people said it's karma. Yo Gotti allegedly killed Young Dolph, so it's only right that his artist is dying. And I don't want to go that route. I don't think Yo Gotti had anything to do with this guy's death, so I'm not going to even clout chase. I'm not going to even throw that out there. But what I'm worried about is it self-inflicted?
Damn. So this he might have did himself off. Wow. Rest in peace. Shit. 25 years old.
Or was it accidental? And a lot of people ask me, Cut, why you gonna drink? Why you gonna pop pills, live life, have a little fun? Them drugs too damn strong now. You can take a pill today and your ass will wake up in the morning. I'm not willing to take that risk. I'm just being honest with you guys. I done read too many news stories. I discovered too many rappers' death. How many times have you seen a rapper take a pill and his ass wake back up? And y'all think I want to do that? Hell no. It just ain't worth it. And I want a lot more people to start taking that approach. Yes, I can pop this little pill. Yes, I can smoke that little weed. But it's a possibility that my heart can stop. I can go to sleep and not wake back up. So we need to start doing that. Because there's an article published about Lil Papa, and they're asking the same question. Was it foul play?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Or was it accidental? Take a listen to this article. I'm going to read it to you guys right now. Boom! Here's the article. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to break it down to you guys. It says, Lil Papa death confirmed at 25. Was it self-inflicted or foul play? Now let's continue reading. Lil Papa died at 25 on February 18, 2026, and as of now, no official cause of death had been publicly released. The Jacksonville rapper born Janarius Michael Willer was pronounced dead in Georgia, according to confirmed reporting. The news comes as a shock to the music industry, arriving just days after he released his latest single, Out of Town Baby. Now, I must admit, I say it, I ain't really heard of this dude. Because the moment I found out he died, everybody sent me the article. Everybody said, cut, make a video about it. And before I make a video about anybody, I like to do my research. And I thought this dude was going to be some type of drill rapper. I thought this dude was going to have...
They said Pimp C had a tape of a famous female. I mean, that's all we're going to say. And they said that somebody found out about it. Because if you notice, a lot of these people, they pass away in a hotel. Like, just think about all these people that died in the hotel. Whitney Houston, Pimp C, the dude from Nirvana. I mean, like, all these people died in a hotel room somewhere. Like, Stretch, the guy that used to dance on Ellen, all of them, man. It says records say he OD on lean, like what the fuck? Yeah, that is kind of crazy because it's like, man, them folks been drinking lean for years. Like, I don't think he would have OD'd on it, bro.
Broken English. I thought he was gonna be mumbling on a record. This was a talented dude. He can harmonize. He was lyrical. He made heartfelt music. So this is a big loss to Jacksonville. This ain't Ace.
But I don't believe that Buddy OD. I don't believe he OD. I doubt it.
Stop the cap. No voice.
Whatever that nigga name is, Young Ace, this ain't him. This dude was way more talented than that. And I should have known he was talented, because you can say what you want about Yo Gotti, but he got an ear for talent. He gonna sign it. Yo Gotti always hit it right on the money. Moneybag Yo, Glorilla. He had Black Youngster for a moment. So I should have known when he was signed to CMG that he had some talent, because this dude is dope, man. I'm just being real with you. But let's continue. The sudden death of the rising CMG artist has triggered widespread public demand for verified answers. Authorities have confirmed the time and location of his passing. However, they have not issued a final determination regarding the cause. A full autopsy and toxicology.
So they say he from where I'm from. I'm from Jacksonville. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. And what I about to say? Yeah, but I'm up here in Georgia now. He died up here in Georgia.
The report are pending. Let's continue reading. Lil Papa was signed to CMG led by Yo Gotti. Just days before his death, he released new music, making the news even more shocking for fans. Let's continue reading, y'all. According to reports from TMZ and Complex, the Fulton County Medical Examiner confirmed the 11:23 a.m. time stamp on Wednesday, but an official cause of death has yet not been released to the public.
So you was up here in Atlanta.
Cases involving young individuals
You where I'm
with
at.
prior health issues.
What's up?
Georgia law requires a comprehensive autopsy. The forensic process includes a toxicology screening, which typically takes several weeks to finalize.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I just passed my CDL exam on the first try, thanks to the CDL.
Toxicology screening, which typically takes several weeks to finalize. This information gap has allowed unverified rumors to spread across social media platforms like TikTok and X. Some viral posts have speculated on self-inflicted or foul play, yet law enforcement officials and Yo Gotti's CMG label have not validated any of these claims. Until the medical examiner files a formal report, the official status of the case remains pending investigation. The rapper's family has requested privacy, emphasizing that speculative reports are harmful during this sensitive time. Here's what is officially confirmed and what remains unknown. Lil Papa death confirmed. What authorities have verified? Lil Papa's death at age 25 had been confirmed through official report tied to the medical examiner's office. He was pronounced deceased on February 18, 2026 in Georgia. Now, Lil Papa is also the baby daddy of Rick Ross' daughter. They got a son together. So he's the father of Rick Ross' grandson, Lil Papa. Let's continue reading, y'all.
Damn, I did not know that.
At this time, no official cause of death has been disclosed. Medical examiners typically...
I never seen Rick Ross' daughter. But I don't think I have. I don't know what she would look like.
The full autopsy and toxicology test before issuing final findings in sudden death. The process can take several weeks. Now, just based on how sudden this is, I know a lot of people are saying it was self-inflicted. Where's the letter? Where's the post? Where's anything backing up that claim? Because I'm not willing to go that far. I'm more leaning toward it was accidental. You know, this new generation of kids, they gotta pop everything that comes their way. They like to be under the influence. They like popping that perks and all that type of stuff. Adderall, you know that? They like mixing it with lean. So I'm leaning toward it was accidental. I'm just being real with you guys on that. But let's continue. The cause of death is under official investigation. When an investigation of this kind is active, the medical examiner does not release findings. Okay. The death was confirmed by TMZ first. Complex confirmed it independently. iHeart stations across the country reported within the same window. The Steve Harvey Morning Show covered it. Every outlet reported the same two facts. Death confirmed, cause unknown. Now, anytime somebody dies, and the family wants to remain quiet, the family is saying, asking for privacy, everybody's being hush-hush about it, it's either accidental overdose or self-inflicted. So those are the only two options we got. So we know he wasn't killed, we know he wasn't murdered. Self-inflicted or accidental overdose. That's all I'm saying.
That's crazy. Rest in peace of Lil Papa, that's crazy.
Let's continue reading. That gap, confirmed death, unconfirmed cause is where misinformation moves fastest online. The unverified self-inflicted claims spread across X, Instagram, TikTok, and Tumblr before most outlets had even published the basic information. Fabricated celebrity death posts in this exact format, polished, emotionally detailed, structured to mimic verified reporting, have circulated before artists who were still alive. The cause of Lil Papa's death should not be treated as confirmed until the medical examiner say so. So yeah, that's what they said. So it is. Let me read this last part. How did Lil Papa die? Cause of death still pending. The confirmed development will come from one of three sources. The Fulton County Medical Examiner will release the official cause of death when the investigation is complete. CMG or Yogati will issue a verified public statement, or a family representative will speak on record. Until one of those three things happen, here's what's confirmed and only what is confirmed. Lil Papa, Jadarius Michael Willa, born March 18, 2000 in Jacksonville, Florida, was pronounced dead at 11:23 a.m. Eastern Time on February 18, 2026. He was 25 years old. He was signed to CMG. He had no public health issue. He released a single 5 days before he died. He had a book show in New Orleans on March 21st. His cause of death had not been officially released. So yeah, they are saying that he was relatively healthy, and now he's dead. Now, many
25 years old. Damn, that sucks, bro. That shit sucks, man. 25 years old, bro. Like, gone.
people saying it was self-inflicted because he made sad music. And I ain't gonna lie, he had some questionable Twitter posts weeks before his death. And I'm gonna read it to you guys. And we're gonna go through his Twitter to try to find out, is there a hint? Was it self-inflicted? Was he going through anything? I'm gonna head to his Twitter and we're gonna break this situation down because it gets shocking, it gets more crazier the more stuff you read on his Twitter. Let's go. Boom. So here's his Twitter. We gonna read it. Let's read his Twitter. I'm nobody's role model. He got that pen. So he let it off top. He don't want to be nobody's role model. All right. On February 14th on Valentine's Day, you worry about Valentine's Day. Will you be my out of town babe? Okay. Promoting the new single. Seem like he's in pretty high spirits. Okay. I feel you on that, my nigga. He's promoting his music. You know? What it mean when you like her but push her away? That's February the 8th. I mean, his ride wave stuff. Okay, I see you. Is it okay to cry? Okay, that's questionable. That's a questionable post. If I got a loved one and I see them posting that, my little sister, my brother post that, I gotta hit they phone, nigga. What you talking about? What's going on? Okay, so that's questionable. Trust no one. Okay, that's questionable. I mean, it's really simple, but eyebrow raiser. The first mind is right every time. That kind of like he going through some relationship problems. You think a girl fucking off on you. She talking to another little nigga. You know how they go. We all been there. All right. He only 25, so he going through some of that stuff. I love you, but F y'all. Okay. Word of the day is distance. Okay, so he's sending subliminal shots to somebody. He wants somebody to get this message. Let's continue. Somebody.
Damn!
Heaven or hell, it don't matter. Yeah, bro. You win. Who?
What's so important about deep sleep? A lot of people talk about how much time they need in bed.
You win. Who?
Who wins?
Wish I could see her every day. Okay. Lover boy, I feel you. We all got that one chick we wish we could see every day. I ain't mad at you, young man, for that. Silly ass nigga. I can't wait till January 1st so you can see the real me. If you ever need me, come see me. Okay. So yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah, buddy has some questionable tweets or whatever, so. Y'all, we're going to Chig Smooth, see what they talking about. R.I.P. Lil Papa.
YouTube. Chigs. I like Chig Smooth. Chig Smooth is somebody I really enjoy listening to on YouTube because Chig just got an intellectual curiosity about things.
Oh man, we might just have the very first podcast wars of 2026. And 50, this time around, you gotta chill, sit back, relax, let your mans catch the fade. They don't need you butting in every single time they get into a situation. Now, almost a week after Ja Rule's incident with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder on the plane, so nobody's surprised, Ja Rule does not want to squash the beef. The man has never had any interest in squashing the beef and being cool with 50 Cent and his mans. And yes, the same thing goes for 50. Him, Yayo, Uncle Murder, they have no interest in being cool with Ja Rule. TMZ stopped Ja Rule while he was in the city today and asked him about it. Here's what he said.
I want to commend you for even apologizing for the plane incident. But what made you apologize? I was surprised that you apologized.
I'm a grown man.
I know that's right. So we got to ask you too. When can we have this sit down with you, 50, Tony Yayo,
Who?
no, listen.
Never.
Oh my God, y'all.
Listen.
Man, I'm not trying to start the car. I'm really
Here's the reality, right? Sometimes in life, people have enemies.
Okay.
And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's okay to have enemies. Everybody can't be friends. A friend of everybody is an enemy of yourself.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, we don't also have to be at war. You feel me?
Right.
So there's room for us to be not friends and also not be at war. And that's where I'm at with right now. I don't deal with that side. I don't with them. They don't with me. That's fine. But I also don't have to be at war. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I'm almost 50 years old. And so, we're doing big things out here. We're getting big money.
We're proud of you.
Yeah, we can't.
Well, wait. One more question. Did you have like a moment of embarrassment? Because trust me, I've had like arguments.
Now today on the brand new Let's Rap About It podcast episode, Mano had a little fun with the plane incident.
Suck ass job boy. Suck ass fucking sucker. This mean he was sick.
Louis and Queen, Kim and King.
He posed a very simple question to his guys and said, yo, what if you run into your ops on a plane and then you guys get into a pillow fight? Here's what he said.
Cloud, when you're not around, like, you know how this game go, man. Cloud is everybody chasing right now. I don't think.
I do.
It's like a combination, right?
If you fight your ops on the plane, bro. You might well go fight at the damn police precinct. If you fight on the airplane, bro, because you're going straight to jail, bro.
How about the person that you would call, right, as an emergency is using your name for clout?
That's heavy. That's crazy.
Who do you call if you on a plane
Depends on.
and you run into niggas and it turns into a pillow fight? Who do you call then?
That's a good question.
Who do you call if you run into some of your opposition, your ops, on a plane? How do you handle it?
You can't call nobody on the plane until something happens.
No, but the plane didn't take off. But like, how do you handle it?
Oh, it's not in the air?
It's not in the air.
Switzerland, what up?
The charges could be a little less if it's not in the air.
Charges could be a little less
if it's not in the air.
Oh, so you taking the charge?
I'm just weighing different situations and things like that.
Put your hand together for Switzerland, y'all. What's up? What's up?
LeBron James.
You know what I mean?
Like,
that's a federal charge.
That's a federal charge.
On that plane or if it's in the air or if you're on the ground.
I don't know.
No. Not necessarily.
First, I look like an Ice Cube.
He didn't have a fight at the.
You wasn't on the plane.
You wasn't on the plane. It was the airport, though, right?
Airport.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing?
It may not be. They might have
Airport.
It might be something different. It might be something different.
Once you get on
I
that
don't know. I
plane.
really don't know. I looked it up. It says that fighting on a plane is a federal charge, but
That's
is
a
that fighting
federal.
on a plane when it's in the air?
But let's check it out.
I've been banned from that same airline for not.
It's fighting on the plane
And fighting in the airport, two different things.
right? Or does it mean, or is it different when you?
I think you can get it over in the airport and you good.
I mean, I've been kicked off of flights, but I wasn't fighting.
So is your ops worth 37,000 to crash out?
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is this: if you run into them and you feel like you just can't get through it, you just gotta do something. At least wait.
So you get off the plane,
Deboard the plane.
and then it could be a state thing.
Right. Then you can get with it.
Can you have a pillow fight on the phone?
That's the thing. That's the key.
Now,
It's not a physical, but
You can at least have a pillow fight.
pillow fight seems like it's
is
legal.
pillow an assault?
Pillow fight not legal?
Is that an assault charge if you get it with a pillow?
I don't think that's a real.
I don't know.
Shit, if you hit a nigga with water
If
right
you throw a pillow at a random like old white lady in first class, that might be assault.
Nah, you hit anybody white, you get a assault. That's
Guaranteed assault.
I don't give a
That's
fuck if
assault.
that shit was the softest pillow in America. One of them folks up there,
If you
They gonna roll on the ground and say,
It's a song. God.
Thought they gonna
They
act
gonna
like you
send the
stalked
red
them out.
jackets in there.
The red jackets never came to the airplane and got you? Who? The red jacket. They used to have the red jackets back in the day.
What?
They used to come on the plane with red jackets like, yo, you need to get your off the plane. Off the plane.
Who those are the agents?
I don't know who they was.
Nah, ain't nobody in no red jackets ever came and get me, bro.
No, me and Kim got kicked off planes by red jackets a few times.
The red jackets.
The red jackets.
I ain't see
God,
that.
menace. The red blazers. They come on with the red. They come on with the red blazers and shit like that.
What was y'all? Why y'all kicked
They was on Soul Plane or something like that. What the fuck is the red jacket?
The red, I'm not going to a long time. You don't even try to
What y'all doing on the plane to get kicked off like that?
I ain't gonna lie. I'll say so. We were on a plane one day with Big Pun.
Right.
Damn.
God bless his soul. And he commenced to start having a water fight, and an ice fight, and a cup fight, then throwing pillows, and throwing trays.
Playing though.
Bro, I'm talking he playing party, we going back and forth on the plane while I was in flight, bro.
Right.
The wildest shit I ever seen. Like Punk was crazy. One time they had to deplane him in somewhere crazy for doing all the psycho madness. So this is the type of antics that we would do. We used to just go crazy on the planes back in the days. And I was like pre 9/11 or right.
I never did nothing crazy on a plane, bro.
Me either.
The most I did is probably.
Now, just like last time, once this clip gets to 50 Cent, I fully expect them to jump out the window, and I fully expect...
Bro, say 50 gonna jump out the window. All right, y'all, we're gonna check out O'Shea Duke Jackson. O'Shea Duke Jackson.
If anybody knows HZTV, aka Home Garden TV, you've probably heard of this lady by the name of Nicole Curtis. She has this show called Rehab Addict, where she basically refurbishes homes in Minnesota, Michigan. When I'm in the States, I love HZTV. It's literally my favorite channel. I like to see what people do with the rehabs. And it was just a bleep out. And it just wasn't published until about a few days ago. And so that mistake that she did 4 years ago just came out now. And people are upset. And of course, she lost her show. Woo! Nicole Curtis decided to take accountability for her actions. She asked for forgiveness. She asked for people to see her in a different light, which, again, I thought that was pretty good for a person who knows that, hey, I messed up. This is not really who I am. You know, I shouldn't use that word. It was an act of humility and accountability on her behalf, and as she's trying to go on and reestablish her career. But there was a person who really felt that her getting fired was not that important.
Stupidest, most weakest, craziest victim person on planet Earth. If somebody say the N-word, you offended.
Oh, partner. What is the book? Is that I just said, Nick, you got it, can you?
Oh, yes.
Get up in the morning before you talk to anybody. Before you say good morning or anything to anybody, you need to speak to God. If you don't beat your mind, I said, if you don't get ahead of your mind, you get up tomorrow morning and you don't get ahead of your mind gonna tell you all kind of stuff. You don't feel good.
When you wake up, before your mind runs ahead of you, start by hearing from God first, with the simple...
Oh, yes. All for Sir Tatum. But wait, there's more.
The N-word has no value and power in my life ever. You gotta be the stupidest, most weakest, craziest victim person on planet Earth. If somebody say the N-word, you offended. When you, especially if you black, and you listen to it every day, but then when a white person says somehow you gotta morph into some victim, I can't believe somebody said that.
So here we have Officer Brandon Tatum, who believes that using the N-word is something that doesn't bother him. If any black person is offended by this word, something is literally wrong with you. Now, again, this lady has taken responsibility for her actions. She said a word that she had no business saying, especially on a major broadcast, but he's trying to make
shit, people that lost whole sports teams by saying shit like that, so
the issue, not her, the woman who made the mistake, but Brandon Tatum is trying to make black people the issue. And this is exactly why so many people hate black conservatives, okay? This does not help conservatives' cause, especially on the right. When you beat up white liberals all day for not developing the black community and doing all these things, but now when a white person makes a mistake, that's a glaring mistake that you would never accept from a black person onto a white person, or a black person to somebody who's from Israel or Jewish, you then allow the white person to get away with disrespecting black people. Which is interesting because with Brandon Tatum, he's always trying to prove this.
But the most racist people in America are black people.
What's up? I'm good.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass.
What's up, Tracy?
Again, the most racist people in the world are from our community, right? But then let's look at what some white conservatives are saying about him.
He's a idiot. Brandon Tatum is an idiot.
Oh my God. What's up? What's up?
Dumbest person I've ever heard. He should get an education. Officer Tatum should get an education. He should learn how to read.
Rest of the education.
That's Nick Fuentes calling Brandon Tatum a complete idiot. Then, this is a white person saying this. Nick Fuentes, what does he say about Brandon Tatum's ability to read?
It's a shame. Brandon Tatum, he can't read. It's actually sad. I feel sorry for him. I think he's just embarrassed. I don't Brandon Tatum to a restaurant that he's never been to before, and they hand him a menu and he's looking at it and he's like pretending to scan the words. And you're like, so Brandon, what do you think you're gonna order? And he's like sweating. I don't know. What you gonna order? And you're like, I don't know. I just can't make up my mind. What do you think? I got to go to the bathroom, man. I got to go to the bathroom.
Woo! He's saying that he can't read at all, and then he mocks him with a stereotype ghetto style of what he thinks is a black American voice impression, all of this, okay? But then it gets even worse.
These little groupers are going around, they racist. They call my wife, and I'm not saying all of them, but the ones who got on my wife, they call her a coal burner because she's a traitor to a race. You know how stupid you gotta be to be like, white people can't marry black people.
Now, Brandon Tatum is married to a white woman, I believe he has another child that's also by a white lady. So the phrase that some of the people in the community that Nick Fuentes and the group was around.
Man, all he like is white women, bro. This is crazy, man. They need to have a sit down with him and Umar Johnson.
Are calling his wife a coal burner. Now, this is a man receiving racism not from the black community. Brandon Tatum is getting this racism from other whites. All right. Now, I want to talk about a time where basically Brandon Tatum was on Twitter. He was beefing with, Jake Shields, the fighter. And like I said, he was basically trying to call this guy out for basically calling him a raccoon. So look at what Brandon Tatum was saying. Look at this racist. They hate Jews so much they start going crazy and showing their true colors. Homeboy out here calling a black man a raccoon, what a coward. Woo! Then here is Jake Shields, raccoon Tatum. And also, if you ask Google for the definition of a raccoon, it will show you a picture of Officer Tatum. Woo! Then also, he's saying when Nick Fuentes roasts him, I love how everyone is openly calling Tatum a raccoon. Then he also says this, agreed about online, right? So we don't need any more raccoons. Look at how Brandon Tatum is getting dragged by Nick Fuentes and Jake Shields. Definitely talking about him right there. And the rest of his white audience. We need me.
Hi there. Would you like to receive a gift? I'm a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day
Jake Shields. Definitely talking about him right there. And the rest of his white audience. We need men to speak like this, ordinary, genuine N-words, not grifters. Well then, I want to kind of go back to the black conservative grift and why it's not working anymore. People think, even whites, that when you excuse or exonerate them all the time for things that they shouldn't be exonerated for, people lose respect for you. And Brandon Tatum has been a guy that folks are losing respect for because they believe that he is a grifter. He will do anything, he will say anything to defend his white audience, even if it is dehumanizing blacks. Anytime they do it, they can. I mean, Anton does it, Brandon Tatum does it. You know, like I said, anything they can always blame black people for, they will take the opportunity to blame black people. They've been doing it for a long time. The issue with this is now you got these other whites that are coming in, and it's not 2015 anymore. Brandon Tatum could make a lot of money back in 2017, 2018 by just holding Black America accountable, right? Holding Black America accountable, pick yourself up by your bootstraps. You're the ones making the mistakes. You're the ones not marrying the community. We need to do better, although he'll never leave in the black or be close seen anywhere near there. Woo! He's talking to whites about blacks. Now you have these super racial supremacist content creators that are taking the steam of somebody like a Brandon Tatum. Candace Owens is still good, but Brandon Tatum has really suffered a lot because of it. So now you're talking about all this other stuff. You're mentioning this, you're mentioning that, and you know what? Those people can say it now. So the racism that you were saying that black people have, well then these guys start giving you that same racism towards you. They come after your wife, because again, you have emboldened them to take their position. Once you show that you're with Israel, here they come. Brandon Tatum is this. Brandon Tatum is that. Brandon Tatum is not based. He works for Israel. He works for everything else. They talk about, you can't read. Obviously, Brandon Tatum can read, but, you know, they try to make him look like the silly, stereotypical ghetto black that they want to be able to say that he is. Because that's what white supremacists do. You see, when you defend white supremacists on the behalf of, well, all black people are racist, you just add more fuel to the fire as to why they want to get rid of you. Because ultimately, people like Brent.
Who the hell is that?
And Tatum will not have a seat at the table, okay, when it comes to white conservatives and white Republicans. Those people like Brandon Tatum will be, at very best, pushed to the side, okay?
Who the hell is
they
that?
don't need him anymore. Don't need you to come and bring your audience. Your audience is already white as it is. So you just do that, and then eventually you become an echo chamber more so than you are now. Versus standing and being loyal to the community that you're from would help you with that. But no, you want to go and be loyal to somebody else because you want to get a larger paycheck and all this other stuff. And ultimately, you're going to be talked about in the same exact light. It really doesn't make any sense to continue to go on like that. But hey, what do I know? And again, this is why the black community dislikes this conservative movement or ideology. It's too hateful towards black people, for the most part. Every time there is something that needs to be taken in accountability by the left or even the right, it's not gonna happen, okay? Anything that offends black people should be just get over it. And black people have the right to feel wrong because of the history that they have experienced in this country. They got the right to express themselves now, and they should be able to call out something when it hurts the community or when it's hurtful. Right?
That's definitely true. I mean, you can't tell a group of people how to feel like, because if you didn't have a history, you definitely couldn't tell them how to feel about it.
And Brandon Tatum, being a Black American, should already understand that. But he does not. His job is to defend basically white conservative supremacy when that supremacy doesn't even concern you. If the people that Brandon Tatum gets into office that wants to win, he will also be replaced. Woo! He will be replaced. Like nobody's business. And you can get mad about it if you want, but it is the God's honest truth. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy Trey Jackson back at it again. Another episode of This Way to Go. For all you East Way to Go. Wow.
That was Celebrity Joint. Y'all check out O'Shea Do Jackson. Now we finna flip the nightcap, y'all. Nightcap. Going to nightcap. I guess Micah Parsons said something about Shannon Sharp too, so I don't know. It look like it's Micah Parsons is.
Choose to live big with the family-sized 3-row Mazda CX-90.
While our nation's best are giving their blood, sweat, and tears in Milan.
Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Michael Parsons went on Funny Marco's podcast and had some interesting comments, Ocho. Ocho, you know we want to make sure everyone has the full content.
Yes.
So here is the full 2-minute clip. So we don't want to end up no confusion. No, that's not what he said. Here's the full 2-minute clip of what Michael Parsons said on Funny Marco's podcast. Take a listen, Chad.
I gotta tell you, man, fuck Skip Bayless. Fuck all of them. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's them because that's part of talking, that's communication. Yeah, no, I just like they want to rage bait me, rage me. Like, but like they won't say that to my face. Like, I wouldn't. I'll talk shit about like you these Twitter finger ass motherfuckers. I would be the same thing. They, like, fuck them. I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you how it is. You suck. You suck. Your show don't work no more. Like, what are we talking about here? Just open thought. Yeah, that's why this is called open thoughts, because you just have an open thought of like motherfuckers be trying to like tell you how to play the game. Come play my position, Skip, because I can do what you do. Shit, I do it better sometimes. Yeah, I say it. Yeah, so like, what are we talking about here? Is Shannon Sharp on the good side? Shay, he live on both sides. Like, he know how to play the fine line between like, as a player and as a show, like, he play that like he don't really show up when it matters, but he's a good player. Like, he knows how to. But he knows how to. Sometimes he edge on that. He be letting them ESPN writers get to him a little bit. I can tell. So do you see yourself after retirement being a sports analyst and talking? You know, it honestly just depends on like if they let me be me. Like, I'm not here to instigate no other player or talk bad about another player because they had a bad game or whatever, the organization. If they want me to be anti whatever fan base, I'm good, bro. I'm not no fucking puppet. A lot of these dudes is puppets for national TV. If you want to be a puppet, but that's not me. I'm not selling my soul for a check. I'm paid. I'm good. Forever. Forever. That's why I'm gonna be a friend.
You want to go first? What you? I like that. I don't know what show it was. I don't know if our shows are numbered, but I did talk about. I wish players were a little bit more honest and were open and would open up about how they truly feel. Start telling the truth on how they really feel. Everyone is always PC. This is the first person that I've seen come along and actually voice his opinion on how he felt about pundits and analysts. Your thoughts?
It was fine. I mean, he said what he said about Skip. I'm not here to defend or protect or whatever he said about Skip. I was cool until he brought my name up.
What? Wait, it wasn't bad.
I was an advocate.
Right.
Go back and look when he was coming out and see what I said about this young man.
Yes, sir.
He said, well, he knows how to play the right. You know what I do? This is what I do, Micah. Because what I believe, and I've said this before, chat, and y'all know I've said this. Once a person has done something, whether or not he plays good, bad in a game, I don't take away from what he's already done. So Micah, me saying Micah is a phenomenal player. He's a first-team All-Pro. He's a perennial defensive player of the year candidate. But he did not play well in this game. What's wrong with what I said?
Hey, Payus, where you
So here's some stats. Michael Parsons with the Cowboys.
Payus, where you
He had 52 and a half
where you
sacks.
coming from? You in America?
22, 23, 24.
Yes, sir.
He played in Green Bay. He became only the second player in NFL history to notch 12 plus sacks in his first 4 seasons, behind the only great, legendary Reggie White.
Yeah.
Rest his soul. In 4 playoff games with Michael Parsons played with the Cowboys, he has 8 solo tackles, 10 assisted tackles, 1 sack, 0 interceptions, 0 forced fumbles, 0 fumble recoveries, 0 touchdowns, 3 quarterback hits, 3 tackles for losses. Ocho, what am I supposed to do? Chat, please tell me what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Michael Parsons is a phenomenal player, but in order for the Cowboys to be better, he needs to be better. What's wrong with that?
So he needs to be better in those specific games once they reach the
That's what I
playoffs.
said.
Okay.
I'm not playing both sides. I'm being honest. He's a phenomenal player. But he didn't play well today. That's why Green Bay put 48 on you. That's why those teams did what they did to your defense, because you didn't play like we've seen you play in the regular season. What is wrong with that? Oh, ESPN writers, Chad, do y'all really believe, honestly, y'all seen me at a lot of locations. Y'all seen me at Fox for 7 years. Y'all saw me at ESPN for 2. Do y'all really believe they be telling me what to say? Considering what I be saying, do you really honestly believe?
No, that would mean you would have a ghostwriter, huh? And you can tell by the way you talk and the way you explain yourself and you go in depth about the game in general. That's not coming from anyone else except you and your expertise based on what you see, because you don't watch the goddamn sound when you're watching football anyway.
I don't.
So that's all you.
He also said, he don't want to, you don't like it. It ain't about just liking a fan base. My only thing is the Cowboys, I say they have delusional fans. Because every year, think about it. When Jerry purchased this team in 1989, within the first 7 years, he had won the 4 NFC championships and 3 Super Bowls. And won them all. Since that time, so he's on this team for 37 years.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Turn your bitch ass into a song, bitch.
In the last 30 years, how many NFC championship games have you gone to, Ocho? How many Super Bowl appearances? So the delusion is that the fans keep saying every single year, this is their year, this is their year, this is their year, this is their year. There's a very, very fine line between confidence and delusion. That in and of itself.
What if you let AI build your online business and you watched it happen live now on February the 23rd?
And listen, one thing they will do, Cowboys fans, they will fight for their team. They will fight for their owner. They will fight for the players that are on that team, which is why I get so much pushback. I don't mean to change the subject on George Pickens. Understanding what the Cowboys need to compete and not being so heavy loaded on the front side on offense, but obviously he's of extreme value, and knowing what you need defensively to help so you can compete, so you can get back to the winning ways of the old Cowboys, but you have no defense. And that's no disrespect to the players that are there right now, but it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. Even with the trades that you made last year,
right?
Getting Kenny Clark, getting Keon Mitchell, you still need more. You still need more. You need a centerpiece. You need impact players. For one, you got people loading up the front to be able to stop the run. You still need somebody on the edge. On the back end, you still need somebody on the back end. That can be an intricate part of your foundation, in the secondary. You don't have that right now. I mean, it's
that's what, Ocho, that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
We're supposed to look at a game because you and I playing at an extremely high level. We're supposed to look at what a player has already done. And I've said this before. When I talked about Tom Brady, I'm not trying to take any of those Super Bowls, any of those All-Pros, any of those MVP. But today he didn't play well. Myles Garrett is the best defensive player in the NFL. Today he didn't play well. Whether you say it's Chase or JSN or Puka Nacua, they're the best receivers in football. They wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to figure out what are we supposed to do?
Right.
Are we supposed to cheerlead for y'all? Are we supposed to trumpet y'all calls no matter what? So no matter how bad you play, Micah, I'm supposed to get on TV and say, you know what, Micah had a hell of a game. Even though you did not. And we talked about it in the playoffs. Because you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't play
So
well.
Micah said he had a hell of a game.
You know,
So what am I supposed to do? The fans see it.
Right.
The fans see it.
Right. I mean, listen, the players are going to have to understand. They're going to have to understand. Obviously, this era of players, because of social media, everything is magnified, especially when it comes from us, those that are doing the talking, having social media here as well. Then it makes the voices, for those that have platforms, it makes the voices and the things that they say that much louder. So it gets to the players, even if they want to hear it, but they have to understand that those that do jobs like yourself, like myself, who's gotten better at being critical of players when they don't play well, is they have to be able to take constructive criticism. It's never saying that you. It's never,
look at it as hate.
Yeah, but it's never saying that you're a bad player. We know you're great.
No.
And listen, the funny thing about it, the only ones that get talked about are the ones that are great, because we hold them to a certain expectation on what they've already done in the past, and we don't play based on what we're used to seeing. It gets talked about.
Right.
But it's nothing personal. It's just based on your performance that day in that game. That's all.
And we're judging you off because you set the bar.
Yeah.
Had you not done what you've done in your first 4 years, no other player other than Reggie White has had at least 12 sacks in a season for 4 consecutive years to start his career. You and Reggie, rest his soul, are the only ones to do that. So you set the bar pretty high.
Yeah.
So come playoff time, this is where legends are made.
When this is bar up, man.
If Tom Brady had all these stats and not done what he done in the postseason, are we looking at him the same?
No.
If Patrick Mahomes had not done what he done, look at the guys that's done it. We judge them on the playoffs. That's how you make your name. That's how you become iconic. That's how you become legendary. Yes, Michael did what he did in the regular season, but it was the postseason. Kobe, it was the postseason. LeBron, Steph, the great players. What do you do when it absolutely matters the most?
Yeah.
That's what you judged against, Micah.
I have a question too.
Yes.
When it comes in general, because he's so great, because he has that star on his helmet, because everybody is watching him, being that he's the best player defensively, do you think as a player, they kind of get frustrated a little bit and say, why is the focal point only on me? And I'm playing a team game, but then you focus on, well, I didn't do this when, hell, the other 10 didn't do anything as well. But that is what happens when you are as great as you are. You have to be the difference maker. Even if everybody else is not playing well, you got to be the one that pop out on film. Because you that boy.
How much of that money he gonna split with his teammates? How much money he gonna split with that teammates that Green Bay gave him?
Well, that's a good one.
It's a team game now. Remember,
Hey,
you said it's a team game.
Hey, that's a good one
But he
right
got
there,
paid
boy.
as an individual.
That's a good one right there, boy. Hey, that's a good one.
The thing is, Ocho, is that in the most important game, come playoff, I gave you 4 playoff games. He has 1 sack in 4 playoff games. Is that good?
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. That's horrible.
That's Micah Parsons. He's one of the preeminent defensive players in all of football. We're basing it. We're just looking at your resume. If you did this, Micah, had you not done what you've done, if you were a guy that just had your first 6 seasons, you had 25 sacks. I don't hold you in there. I'm probably not even mentioning you, bro. But because you have 50 plus in 4 seasons, now we have to have a conversation. Why isn't the Micah that we saw in the regular season why isn't he showing up in the postseason?
Right.
That's it, bro. I ain't got no, bro, y'all know me, but I got to be honest though, Micah. And you're not the only one. Go back and look at some of the things I said about Peyton Manning. Go back and look at some of the things I said about Tom Brady.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I just passed my CDL exam on the first try thanks to the CDL DMV written test app. The practice tests were a perfect match for my state's requirements.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Every time I see Peyton, guess what? Hey, come up to the box. Every time I saw Tom, had a great conversation with Tom. Talked a little bit about football, but mainly we talked about what he's doing now. How can he get better? X, Y, and Z. I just think the thing is just we're just at an age now that if somebody that's 255 or 200, so in 4 playoff games, he's played basically 5, 6. He's basically playing 60 snaps.
Yeah.
A game. So 251 in the 4. So that's basically he's playing 60.2 snaps a game. That's damn near the whole game, Ocho.
Yeah.
Because you know they're only 65 to 70 snaps. So let's just say he played at least 95% of the snap. That's all we're saying, Michael.
Yeah.
It's not that I dislike you. It's not like I'm trying to play both sides. I'm trying to be as fair as I possibly can. Because I don't believe because you've had a bad playoff game that you are a bad player. My thing is that, man, based on what Michael Parsons has shown me in the regular season, what he's shown me over the first 4 years of his career, I don't know what happened to him today. But this is not good enough for the Cowboys to win. Right. And if they want to win, Micah's going to have to play better in the bigger games. The bigger the game, the bigger the player plays. That's all.
Yeah.
And if you take it as that it's personal or I dislike you, you're sadly mistaken. I don't know enough to dislike you. I have no opinion. What you do what you do off the field, that is of no concern of mine. All I do is that when you punch that clock at be it 105 or 420.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is what we watching. This is what we do. But I don't dislike anybody. I try to be as fair as I possibly can in my critique of analysts.
Yeah.
When I put my analyst hat on, Ojo. But I appreciate, me. I mean, look, like I said, I ain't here to defend nobody. I mean, me. He brought me up in the conversation, and I'm trying to explain to him. If you have a problem with something that I said, just come to me. You got my number.
Yeah.
And I just saw you at the Super Bowl.
Yeah. But you also have to think too, huh? You got to think about what he said. He does a good job because he played the game and explaining himself in a sense. And he sees it as somewhat being on the fence. But also when he doesn't play well, he's saying, but yeah, hey, I mean, he's saying you call it on both sides. You call it, but now if I'm not sure but better context on why he said F, skip. I'm not sure if you heard Skip say it. Yeah, I know it doesn't have anything to do with you, but that's why the anger was more so directed to him. It's more so directed to him because it's more of explanation and being critical of him, but it seems a lot more personal, especially when it comes from someone that has never played the game.
Well, I guess the thing is because, some of the things that Skip says, like he's happy that the guy got traded, he's not going to be missed. I don't care nothing about no trade. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, look, you played the Broncos. Hey, I love you when you're the Broncos. I wish you the best of luck if you go somewhere else. I don't get all of that. It ain't that serious to me, Ocho. It's never been that serious to me, and it's never going to be that serious to me. But I need guys, not just Michael. Michael just happens to be
everybody.
I need
hold
guys
on.
to understand. I do have a job to do.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. If you don't do your job,
right,
how long do you think you're going to be with particular said team?
But
so I have a job to do,
right?
And my job is to be as honest and as fair in my assessment of what I see, based on my knowledge of the game and who you are as a player and what I see. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't add anything. I don't add no yeast or to grow, and I don't take anything out of it. Whatever the ingredients that you give me to make my argument for you, Ocho, that's what I use. Yeah. That's the thing. That's what we do. Ocho and I take the ingredients that you give us to make an argument. Whatever the ingredients is, that's what we use to make our argument.
Right.
But we're not gonna add anything now. If you say the thing come with 2 tablespoons, all you getting is 2 tablespoons.
Yeah.
You're not getting any more. If you say 4 eggs, whip, you getting 4 eggs.
Yeah.
If you say flour, that's what you get. You get vanilla extract, you get cinnamon, whatever the ingredients call for. That's all we got for you.
Yeah. They'll be all right, They'll be all right. The ones that we listen, the ones getting talked about are the great ones. It's the great ones. It's the great ones that we talk about, and as much as they always want to play and be consistent week in and week out, you're gonna have games when you play bad. You're going to. It's the nature of the game. It's life in general. The game of football has its ups and downs, just like life. You practice all that time, and you want to perfect your craft to the best of your ability. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to do that all the time.
You gotta check out Nightcap. We about to go to The Truth Is. And The Truth Is channel, and it's about talking about he found every movie about Jeffrey Epstein. Let me see. See if I gotta cut it.
Work confidently while on SSDI with all self-employment services. We can help you participate.
There are a few movies so dark you're immediately relieved they're just fiction. But what happens when you find out those films are actually a glimpse into the unspoken reality of the 1%? Today, we're looking at a few disturbing films that, after the millions of documents unsealed in February, look less like movies and more like documented accounts of how the shadow world actually operates. Released in 2024, Blink Twice drew immediate chilling comparisons to the real-life operation of the disgraced financier. In the film, a tech billionaire flies a hand-picked group of women to his private island, but pay attention to the first thing they encounter the moment they land. They are greeted by an island handler who immediately strips them of their phones. This isn't just a random scene. It's a reality that becomes scarier as the film progresses. On the surface, the girls are showered with gifts, drinks, and non-stop luxury. It's a dream too good to be true. But every morning they wake up with zero memory of the night before. They just return to the party. This loop, party, blackout, repeat, is exactly how the 1% keeps their secrets from spilling out after that night of fun. Eventually, everything starts to sour when one girl goes missing. Her friend has faint fractured memories of her being there, memories the billionaire tried to scrub away. It turns out the billionaire was using a chemical amnesia substance to ensure that every night he and his powerful friends could commit the unthinkable, knowing his guests would wake up without remembering anything. Now look at how this mirrors the February 2026 unsealing. Just like in the movie, the real-world monster utilized a massive recruitment pipeline to populate his private estate. He also had a woman handler who didn't just recruit, she managed the girls and acted as their gatekeeper, just like the movie character who takes the phones away the second they arrive. According to the newly unsealed FBI summaries, one victim recounted a 30-year cycle of being kept in a daze, subjected to repeated violations, and drugs so she couldn't fully process her reality.
30-year cycle, damn. So for 30 years, you didn't remember what happened the day before. That's crazy.
When you look at these documents, the movie isn't an exaggeration. If anything, the reality was way worse. Blink Twice didn't just give us a plot. It showed us the blueprint of how these billionaire elites get away with their crimes and how they're able to commit these evil acts again and again. You can't tell me this movie doesn't perfectly mirror the real-life elite scandal we're seeing right now. From the island to the substances, the gifts to the partying and the abuse. It was all on full display, showing us how these movies sometimes can be more accurate than we would ever expect. While Blink Twice gave us the play-by-play of the monster's operation, Starry Eyes pulls back the veil on something much deeper. The sinister connection between these entities and Hollywood. It explores the literal price stars are forced to pay to reach the top. Released in 2014, the film follows a young actress whose luck finally seems to change when she's called for a life-altering audition. Initially, she is turned down, but after a casting agent witnessed her at her lowest point, having a breakdown in the bathroom, she's invited back. At that moment, they didn't want her talent. They wanted to witness her rage. When she's eventually called back for a follow-up, the meeting isn't in a studio. It's a pitch black room with nothing but a camera flash. This is when she's told to remove her clothing. At first, she hesitates, but the promise of the role is too strong. What she didn't realize is that this isn't an audition, it's a test of her boundaries. They aren't looking for an actress. They were looking for someone willing to abandon their morals for a chance at the inner circle. Then comes the third call, a creepy old world gatekeeper who reminds her exactly how many stars he has made. This is a direct nod to men like the disgraced financier and his Hollywood associates. When he attempts to force himself on her, she flees. But here is the sad reality that mirrors our world so vividly. After realizing her normal life is a dead end, she feels she has no choice but to return. She asks for another meeting, fully knowing the outcome. She decides she wants to make it at any cost. And this is where the initiation becomes a spiritual sacrifice. The girl eventually does what the director wants, and just like on the island in Blink Twice, she wakes up the next morning with no memory of the event. But this time, it's accompanied by a horrific physical pain, a sign that the transformation has begun. From here, the film takes a terrifying turn as she becomes a vessel for the dark force behind the director's satanic cult. After this evil consumes her, she eliminates her friends one by one before being taken to a cemetery for a ceremony that represents her death and rebirth. She is buried alive and rises out of the dirt as a movie star. While the movie is extreme, it mirrors the reality of the Hollywood system. There have long been rumors that these operations were tied to something deeper than just greed, something spiritual. If you read the February 2026 documents, you know this isn't far-fetched. Not only do many people see
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
As unworldly and evil, but the recent files seem to confirm the link between major Hollywood moguls and the disgraced financier's operation. One specific connection involved the financier securing a role for a girl in a horror movie produced by the disgraced mogul Harvey. These documents reveal that the casting couch was just a cover for an organized network where talent was acquired through these recorded memory-erasing initiations. This was dark insurance for the elite, ensuring that their stars could never betray the group without destroying their own reputation in the process. The aspiring actress was invited in just to be humiliated and exploited. When she was willing to step over her morals, they saw she was ready and led her into the next stage, where they stripped her of her worth and her soul. By the end, she is reborn and now carries the secrets of the system that turned her into a monster.
Let's talk about the difference between your own personal meditation or a guided meditation. What's the difference?
While this seemed like a crazy movie in 2014, just a few years later, Hollywood's biggest mogul would be exposed for doing the exact things this movie depicts. This disgraced mogul was exposed by several actresses to pick only those who were willing to compromise, essentially sell their souls to make it. But as dark as that initiation ritual in Starry Eyes is, it's only one half of the machine. If the Hollywood gatekeepers are focused on breaking the souls of those who want to be famous, there's another side of the operation focused on those who are simply financially desperate. This brings us to a film that provides the most accurate look at the recruitment side of this world, Sleeping Beauty. If Blink Twice showed us what happens on the island, and Starry Eyes shows us the price of admission, Sleeping Beauty reveals how regular everyday people get pulled into these dark circles. Released in 2011, the film follows Lucy, a college student working multiple dead end
Lucy. Crazy name, right? Lucy.
Jobs just to stay afloat. When she enters a vague advertisement, she's met by a sophisticated old money woman in a high-end office. This is the recruitment process in action. The first stage isn't a kidnapping, it's a high-paying catering gig called the Silver Service. At these private events for the global elite, the girls are required to wear nothing but lingerie while serving the most powerful men in the world. They are ordered to remain essentially invisible, treated not as people but as part of the decor. This is the moral decay phase, gradually stripping away a person's dignity until they are ready for the final stage, the Sleeping Beauty chamber. In the chamber, Lucy is drugged into a total blackout. She is placed in a bed where
The common thing is all these people getting drugged. Everybody getting drugged.
Rich men pay massive sums to do whatever they want with her body while she's unconscious. It's a sick game of absolute power where the victims are turned into human furniture to be used and discarded without ever knowing what happened to them. Now look at the reality revealed in the February 2026 documents. In these newly unsealed testimonies, Former employees described a terrifying corporate system. They didn't just find girls, they scouted them. One file even details how recruiters will target students at school.
We're gonna play a little commercial after this one, y'all.
Plays or waitresses at cafes. People who were talented, vulnerable, and just needed a way out. We see this in the infamous accounts of survivors who were brought into this world after being hired for what they thought were normal jobs by powerful people. Just like in the movie, they were regular people looking for a way to make money, only to be led into a dark reality. The 2026 files even mention a specific protocol where victims were told they were less than animals and were expected to remain as passive as the furniture in the room. This wasn't a movie trope, it was a calculated method of dehumanization. By the time these victims reached the private island, they had already been through the same silver service style grooming. They were—
I wonder what the last movie gonna be. The last movie might be Eyes Wide Shut.
conditioned to believe their only value was their silence and their submission. Sleeping Beauty proves that the most dangerous part of the elite's world isn't the violence, it's the power of money. It's the way they turn human beings into a commodity that could be bought, sold, and stored for the night. But as sinister as this recruitment is, it eventually leads to a level of depravity that even a Sleeping Beauty chamber looks like a walk in the park. Because once you view a human being as an object, you completely strip them of their value. And this is where we enter the darkest territory of the 2026 files. The world of Hostel and the pay-to-play violence of the
Sanjay.
Released in 2005, Hostel was dismissed by critics as just another slasher film. But look at the structure of the organization in the movie. The Elite Hunting Club. This isn't just random.
Oh, you said G-Shock? Oh yeah, this the Kermit G-Shock. It's one of my favorite little joints.
It's a business. It's a high-stakes pay-to-play system where the ultra-wealthy pay for the privilege of having absolute power over another human life. In the film, the clients believe their money makes them gods who can act without consequences. They pay massive sums to be given access to a victim they can hurt in any way they desire. And many of these elite men take full advantage, doing unimaginable evil to their unsuspecting victims. These victims are usually tourists, lured from public locations by recruiters, and the rich pay for the experience like it's a ticket to an immersive amusement park. Now think about the February 2026 unsealing, specifically what analysts are calling Dataset 10. These documents contain emails discussing confidential investment opportunities that aren't about stocks or real estate, they're about extreme off-the-grid activities. The file includes correspondence regarding a project that many investigators believe was a coded reference to a seriously dark film. This is exactly what we see in Hostel, the literal commodification of human suffering for the entertainment of the 1%. It proves that for people like the disgraced financier and his inner circles, depraved exploitation was often just the entry point. The end goal was something much more sinister. The 2026 files reveals that there was a market for this type of extreme depravity, where powerful people could pay to step outside of morality and the law. What's truly disturbing is that in the recent files, there was a 2009 email where the disgraced financier literally brings up this exact topic of this movie. This shows that while this evil seems like it only belongs in a fictional film, it is actually inspired by real-life monsters. Going through these emails, you see this isn't just a movie, it is a reality that exists in the dark shadows of our world. Just like the Elite Hunting Club, the reality is a network that protects its clients while treating the rest of us as disposable material. If you thought the island was just about a party, you couldn't be more wrong. Hostel showed us the final destination of it all, a world where these monsters don't just want young victims, they want to see if they can break you for a price. We are often told that movies are just make-believe. We're told the monsters on the screen aren't real, and that the horror is just harmless entertainment. But what we've learned recently is that these monsters are very much among us. From the tech billionaire flying guests to his private island to erase their memories, just like we saw in Blink Twice, to the inspiring actors forced to sell their souls to gatekeepers just to make it in the industry, like we saw in Starry Eyes, or the elite paying for absolute dominion over the vulnerable, like we...
I check out Truth Is, we got a good channel, man. We got a lot of good stuff on there. Let's see. Oh yeah, we'll play the little joint right quick.
Target acquired. Indigo Sky.
You're not supposed to be here. You can rewrite the environment. I'm not standard anything.
Y'all going to self-talk. See how long this one is.
What did you think we were before you began to think of us as human beings?
Well, in a way. Was he 42-0? He's gonna have a 43rd fight. And when the number gets high enough, he's gonna do it. And I want everybody to apologize to me. That's what I want. I'm gonna say it right now. Everybody that criticized me in 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, whatever it is, if somebody offers Bud that sack, and he goes back in that ring and starts boxing, y'all say, Crowder, I'm sorry, I apologize to you because you were running.
Walk away from a $100 million contract, like, yeah, for sure.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, this shit right, bro. I might have to start a new one for this. Check this out. To pop out, I'm about to pop right back in. Y'all kicking me in the Carmen Cafe. I want y'all to like, subscribe, share. Definitely hit notification. I'll be right back, bro. Peace and one. Hold on, I'm coming right back.